global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happiness today. Some 2 days ago, Mazen Namdekano's court case was heard, and the bail was denied. Of course, they said there should be a fresh application. Right now, Mazen Namdekano is very vexed over a lot of things going on in Southeast, and have decided to give a mandate. This is probably coming from him, and this is what he's telling his people to do over the issue of UGM, over the issue of insecurity going on in Southeast. He's calling it enough is enough. But before we go into the news proper, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. While the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Nnamdi Kanu, has warned the so-called UGM, that's unknown gunmen terrorizing southeastern Nigeria, to end their terror if they don't want to face Biafran judgment in the future. The statement from Kanu was delivered by a prominent Biafran agitator, Benjamin Madu Buegu, after Kanu's trial on Wednesday at the Federal High Court of Abuja. As published, Madu Buegu stood trial with IPOB leader, that's Indigenous People of Biafra leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, in 2017 when Kanu was first arrested. He had met with Kanu in court on Wednesday. Mr. Madu Buegu said, "Our leader gave me a message to deliver to our people. He said that those of you killing people in the name of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, those of you burning properties in our land in the name of indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, our leader said you should stop now, or in the future you will face Biafran judgment." The Federal High Court sitting in Abuja on Wednesday declined to grant bail to the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB leader, pending the determination of the treasonable felony charge the Nigerian government preferred against him. Justice Binta Nyako held that Kanu must explain the reason why he breached the previous bail that was given to him before he could enjoy another favorable discretion from the court. Kanu who left Nigeria in 2017 after he was granted bail for following the military invasion of his house in Afaruku near Umuahia in Abia State. Now, let's look at this critically. Let's start with what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said. I know quite a lot of people will say, except Mazen Nnamdi Kanu speaks, they will not take. I also remember that when he spoke through the person of Soludo and Ifeanyi Ejiofor, a lot of people said it's a lie, that it is Ifeanyi Ejiofor's voice, it's Ifeanyi Ejiofor's ideology that he's saying out there. Now the question is, how will Mazen Nnamdi Kanu speak out if he's in detention and if he's not given mandate or allowance to speak through the media? That's one. Two, when Soludo did that, a lot of Nigerians, a lot of people, those agitating for Biafra, called him a clone. They said that it's a lie, that that person that is there is not the original Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. In fact, somebody in our platform, in our community, said that actually that all those blood samples they've been taking is a case of them trying to get a clone for him. I was like, are you serious? That you are seeing Mazen Nnamdi Kanu live, and do you think Professor Charles Soludo, the governor of Anambra State, will stoop so low as to be talking to a clone, or DSS will have a clone and be using the clone to play? Come on, guys, let's get real here. And the fact that someone like Simon Ekpa, who is also the leader of the autopilot group that is now getting a lot of momentum in Southeast, was of the opinion that even if but the only time they will stop and they will not take any utterances from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu except he is out. That the whole essence of them doing not the agitation or the sit at home. And in fact, he even said that 3 days done dusted, that they're looking towards 7 days now. That's 1 week of sit at home to enforce what they are looking for, which is the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And he was of the opinion that except they hear Mazen Nnamdi Kanu talk in his hometown in Afaruku, Ibeku in Umuahia, or in Abia State, or he says every other place, maybe in London, that if he's from DSS, they will not take that. And you know that if he's not granted bail yet, the highest they can do for him right now is for him to be given audience to speak through maybe through media platform on one of his platforms in DSS detention. And if he speaks and no one listens and say it is some said that he may not be in the right frame of mind to speak because maybe he has been induced here and there. That's the same as Nnamdi Kanu a lot of people followed. So why, what changed? What gave? Why wouldn't you believe what he said in DSS detention? Why would you counter or disbelieve what he said in DSS detention and would believe when he comes out? And he's of the opinion that people should believe now so that they don't make the whole Southeast and the whole essence of the struggle of the indigenous of Biafra is not to protect the people. And now the people are endangered by the same activities and it doesn't make any sense at all. And now he's now saying that nobody should do anything in the name of IPOB, like killing people, burning down properties, that they should be careful. Now, don't forget, if you check out previous videos, you will hear where Dr. Nelly Ofebu did a U-turn. And before now, he was insisting that Simon Ekpa is this, is that. Then all of a sudden said it's a lie. In fact, lots of things she was willing to expose. In fact, she said quite a lot on her social media platform. Go to her page, you see, quite a lot she said. In fact, saying that if she made a lot of accusatory messages to Simon Ekpa, saying that right now she's ready to pay for her penance and all that she has done. But one thing is certain, that it's Mazen and the Kanu that will raise the flag and not Simon Ekpa. In fact, he's beginning to say that Simon Ekpa had now allowed his greed to come in and all the fundraising is actually for his pocket. So many things that Dr. Nelly, the same Dr. Nelly who was removed from IPOB, was expelled and later joined forces with Simon Ekpa, is now coming against Simon Ekpa, saying that all those moves was just for his greed and all that, and he's just ready to spill it all. Now the question is, why all the back and forth movement? And now even if no one is sure before, even if it was a case of gainsaying or one is just assuming, but with this back and forth movement of Dr. Nelly, clearly shows that there's something not right. There's a group somewhere or a group of persons somewhere actually truncating all the activities being done, which means this confusion here and there of UGM, autopilot, IPOB, ESN. There's something just that's not just right, and just a matter of time. And if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, hopefully based on what the promises of his lawyers have said, that give or take the fresh application has been filed, and hopefully by the next court hearing they will know his fate, being the fact that Justice Binta Yako wants to investigate the circumstances surrounding him fleeing Faruku 2017 over the invasion of the military, after which after that they will determine his fate, whether he's going to be released on bail or not. Now, if he's released on bail, a lot of things will be corrected, which means he can now authentically talk outside the SS detention. A lot of things will be exposed, and he may likely be letting a lot of people out there know exactly how he can. By now, a lot of things that happened in Kenya, which was not clear, which was very hazy, will become clearer now. Very definitely, a lot of information that was hidden before now will become open in his eyes. Then he will now begin to know those two who claim to be very close to him, who claim to be very dear to him, that were actually not close all along, but wanted one or two things from him or taken away from him. And others who he thought may not be too loyal may actually be the ones who are loyal. A lot of things will be cleared, but that all depends on if he's granted bail come the next hearing, which is still on this May 2022. That's what we're going to wrap it up. What's your take on what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is saying? Please, he's not a clone. Well, for now, I believe he shouldn't be a clone. Let's interact with it.